Morning everyone, welcome to day 13 of Horner's Coast to Coast. It's another fine looking morning, again a little bit chilly but nice blue skies. I was well looked after in this place last night, the Arncliffe Arms, very traditional B&B. Had a lovely haddock and chips for my tea when I got here. It was a bit odd because there was a funeral, there'd been a funeral. I found myself in the midst of a wake, and the widow was a Thai lady. So there's quite a few Thai people in the pub, which wasn't what I was expecting in the middle of the North Yorkshire moors. Anyway, the widow seemed absolutely delighted that her husband had gone. She was wandering around the bar proclaiming her newfound freedom. It's quite a bizarre evening, to be honest, but good crack. Anyway, today's walk isn't very long at all. Angela convinced me to split the final bit into two stages. So we've just got, 3 hours over to a place called Sleights via Grossmont. We have to come off the trail a bit, but accommodation is very scarce in these parts. Let's see how we get on today. Didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Tony and Yvonne, who looked after me last night. Tony was a larger than life fella, really booming voice from Leeds, big Rhinos fan, rugby league. Anyway, they're in a great spot because, as I say, there's very little accommodation around here, and this, I'm literally back on the trail. The pub is right on the coast to coast. They're booked out every room every night. I think we've got 7 rooms, so maybe about 15 punters. They're booked out every night for the rest of September, so nice little business they've got going on there. Okay, we've just had a little climb, and below me, probably about 50 foot below me, you can just make out the waters of the River Esk. We're going to be following the Esk Valley pretty much for the rest of the walk, I think. The Esk empties out into the sea at Whitby, and I know that we go through to Whitby on the way to Robin Hood Bay, so I'm guessing we're going to largely track the Esk from here on in. It's nice, I've got to say, not to have any time pressure today. Just take it really slowly. One thing is, though, I've left my sticks back at the pub. Can't bother to go back and get them. I think I can cope for the last 2 days. Someone else can have them, pass them on. I won't be needing them for a while. So, absolutely perfect day for walking now. Blue skies, sun's out. There's a very sort of light whisper of a breeze, none of that howling wind that we've had up on the moors. It's all chocolate box villages and cottages and idyllic country lanes around here. I think I previously made a reference to Nick Berry's Heartbeat, but that was when I was back in the Dales. It actually turns out that it was all filmed around here, currently between Egmont and Grossmont, and yeah, this is where they filmed Heartbeat. Well, this is interesting, a ford. Oh, hang on. For pedestrians, there is an alternative. I think we can take that one. Oh, bugger. I don't really have an option, really. I've just looked at the map. I'm just going to have to take my chances here. Well, that's quintessentially Yorkshire. Absolutely gorgeous looking village cricket pitch here in Grossmont. Looks like they may have played their last game for the season though. The square's all fenced off and the pavilion looks shut up for winter. Very charming though. So just arrived in Grossmont, and there we can see they've come up with a very innovative village name sign. Very clever that. They'd have bike. Well, there's a sight to behold. Steam train in at the platform here at Grossmont. I think that just comes up and down the line from Whitby. I think Mum and Dad must have been on it, because Mum told me this morning that they stopped here when they'd been on a train trip. So I'm guessing it must have been this. Yeah, really quite special.
Good night's sleep last night, no pain whatsoever. I woke up this morning, no pain.
Brilliant! Did you take some medication before you went to bed, lad?
This is an absolutely charming village. I've just been in the little co-op and post office there. As you may have heard, there's a few locals in having a natter, but they've got loads of local produce and stuff. It's a shame I really don't want to carry any more weight, because I could have picked up a couple of little treats in there. Anyway, this looks as good a spot as any for my lunch, so I'm going to go in and see what kind of butties they've got. Well, it doesn't get better than this. This is what the coast to coast is all about, surely. Absolutely gorgeous mornings, weather, really nice walk, only done sort of 2.5 hours or so, and this pub is in an idyllic spot overlooking the steam trains, and I've just had a look at the menu right up my street. In fact, I'm sport for choice, not sure what I'm going to have yet. And then we've got Wainwright's and Black Sheep on cask. Absolute in clover. Loving life, loving life. Right, unbelievably good cheese and onion sandwich in that spot. Really enjoyed it. It's absolutely gorgeous day. I could actually just stay here all day, but we need to get on the road again. Only an hour to go, but it's a very steep climb out of Grosmont. I think we're going to leave the main trail soon because I'm stopping in a village called Sleights tonight. So we need to plot a course to there, go and find our digs. Right, on my way out of Grosmont now. I'm panting already. It's really steep stretch of the walk this, which I'd kind of been forewarned about, but nevertheless, calves are screaming. Climbing steadily now after lunch. You can see behind me, that's the Esk Valley down there, so the Esk's over that way somewhere. We'll broadly track that until it empties into the sea at Whitby, I guess. Well, I have to be honest, I was a bit sceptical. I've walked the whole thing in these fell running shoes, 1/2 kilo lighter than a traditional walking boot. So that means every 2 steps, that's 1 kilo less we've got to carry across the country. And these have held up really well. 1 minor blister, I would say, in 2 weeks. I'm happy with that. They do get wet easily, but as long as you've got the right expensive socks on, that's not a problem. Well, that was a very steep climb, but I'm just bowling into Sleights. I'm not sure how you say that. I think their lodgings are probably only another 10 minutes up the road. Behind me, you can kind of see in the very distance the edge of the moor where we came over yesterday. That's a long way behind us. Right, bingo, this looks promising. Nice country looking pub. Got a room upstairs for the night. So I'm going to go in, check in, have a little look at what's on the menu for tea. Marblem and Parmos, won't be having another one of them, that's for sure. Good afternoon, Horners here. This is the wrap up for day 13 of my coast to coast. You find me sat in the beer garden of the Plough where I'm stopping tonight. Absolutely idyllic scenery behind me. It's been a great day, really easy walking. I only actually did 11 kilometres, which is about 7 miles. Very grateful to Angela for suggesting that I break the route up for this sort of final stage. It's going to make, well, today's been a lot better than it might have been, and tomorrow will be easier as well. I'm going to go and freshen up in a moment, come back down to the bar to watch the T20 cricket, the England-Australia game, and enjoy yet another nice, well, we'll see, but hopefully nice pub tea. I'll see you on the next one, which will be the final one. Cheers.